Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Lee Van Dam here, and I wanted to talk to you about the Shadow Lord raid. He has come to town, and it's time for us to defend our house and make sure we get all the rewards that he's offering us. Snatch them all up. So, this is my guide for it. Going to talk about the Shadow Lord, going to talk about things that you want to bring to the fight, and then I'm going to talk about my team, what my team's doing, and then after that, I've got this whole set of fights with different friends that I'm just going to run. So if you want to see how I'm handling everything, be sure to watch the rest of the video or skip around to different fights because all five of them are on here back to back. And just check it out. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, the Shadow Lord, really ominous guy from Final Fantasy XI, which is a fantastic game. Really fun game. Had a lot of time with my Elven Monk, just chi blasting everybody. Too much fun. So it's half human, half demon. So that means that on your Manhunt Eater and Demon Killer, you're not going to get the full bonus unless you have both on there, but extra damage is extra damage. And so keep that in mind. He is 100% resistant to dark. So unless you lower that, please don't bring anybody that deals dark damage. Save yourself from trouble there. It's immune to all status effects, so status ailments, so don't worry about that. And he is not immune to breaks, so you definitely want to bring an attack and a magic breaker to significantly lower the damage he's dealing to you, so that way you can survive this fight. Because what's going to happen is he is going to lower either his defense or spirit, which are amazingly high every 3 turns. So every 3 turns, you're either going to be able to deal physical damage to him or you're going to be able to deal magic damage to him. And that's how you're going to get through the fight. You're just going to have to pick your spots. Now, hybrid units should be really cool because they deal both physical and magic damage at the same time. So they should, based on how you have them built, deal consistent damage the whole fight, regardless of how he switches things up. So keep that in mind. Some notable hybrid units going to be like Bart's. He was first one, I think. Veritas of Light, we just got her, and she deals a lot of damage, especially a lot of hybrid damage. Prim is actually a really interesting hybrid unit. I've got her. I'm going to try her out with Saintly Beam later because I love Prim and I love Saintly Beam. So I've got to do it. It's good damage, and it also lowers light resistance, which Shadow Lord doesn't have any light resistance at all. So I'll get a 50% boost in damage anyways because it'll lower light resistance and it's light-based hybrid damage. So anyways, let's keep going. What's going to happen is when you're going through this fight, he's going to either deal physical damage or he's going to deal magic damage during that round. One or the other. It will not be both. Your normal buffs, along with debuffing attack and magic, will take care of this just fine. And you're going to be looking for 2 attacks. You're going to look for one attack that casts blind on the entire party. Whenever he does that, he's lowering defense. It's called, and then whenever he's going to lower his spirit, he's going to cast uh, SWAT of silence to try to silence the casters. So that way they can't deal damage to him if they're silenced. So those are the attacks you want to be on the lookout for. You can also long press him, and then it'll tell you whether his defense is lowered or spirit is lowered. But in case you want to do it organically, those are the attacks that you're going to be on the lookout for. And that's mainly the fight. You just got to make sure you survive until it's your time to shine. And then you beat a face in and you tell them, give me my raid points. I need those raid coins. Thank you, sir. Coming back at you. Now, here's the units you want to bring. So you got a buffer, you got an attack magic debuffer, and you got some units that can deal damage. You can bring some for physical, you can bring some for magic, or you can do both. I've done both. I'll talk about that with my team. Um, Good units as far as raising your dark resistance are going to be Dark Veritas. He's going to be pretty hard to find because he's a 5-star, but 70% there. Artisan Lid, she was limited time, so if you have her, great. If not, we'll skip her. Minfilia is probably going to be the most plentiful one for players who've been around a little bit because you basically got her for free during the Final Fantasy XIV raid, and she's an amazing green mage skill type girl where she does a lot of stuff, and her counter heal is super sick. So, Minfilia, you can also equip her with some gear to make her 100% resistance to dark, so that way that's less to worry about. Dark Fina, also very interesting because she is 50% resistant to dark naturally, so putting DF Bolos on her, which is what I did, I made it to where I didn't have to worry about her being hurt with dark damage at all. Marie, she gives you 50% resistance and has a chance to counter for 70%. Sirius, 50% resistance. Riku, 40% resistance, but she also gives you damage reduction, so she's still a beast. And Cloud of Darkness, 30% resistance. So those are the units that'll help you resist dark. And that's really the only big things you want to make sure that you have. Everything else you can outfit the team however you want, and you just gotta make sure that you've got all your buffs and everything you need to survive. That's it. So here's my team, here's what I'm doing, and here are their jobs. So starting off with Dark Veritas because he is a beast for this fight. He absorbs dark damage, so he heals whenever he's hit with dark elemental damage, which is great. He also has a counter which completely obliterates the Shadow Lord's dark resistance. So that way, if I had a bunch of units that dealt dark damage, Dark Veritas could open them up for me so that way the dark damage wouldn't be useless. Really cool. Um, Keep in mind that his dark punishment, which changed with Orlando's Orlando's chain attack, it is not dark resistance by 50%, but it is not dark element. So you can outfit it however you want. I've got him and Orlando as my chainers. Orlando is here to debuff attack and magic and to beat face. Two things that he's very good at. And so, just like Dark Veritas, his chain move, Divine Retribution, it's not an elemental attack. It lowers light resistance, and so people will normally put, an Excalibur or you'll put Durandal on him because then he'll deal extra damage based on light resistance being lowered. But you can use any element you want. So, say if you've got him and Dark Veritas together and you wanted to run like two fire swords, then they would elemental chain with that. If I had another light weapon, I'd put it on Dark Veritas because then he would elemental chain with uh, Orlando all day long. I just haven't farmed up Excalibur yet. I really need to do that. But that's another story for another time. So we got Dark Fina next. Dark Fina is here to deal magic damage. She's got Awaken to Ultima, which I really love. And keep in mind that Awaken to Ultima itself, Meteor, uh, Alterna, all of these non-elemental magic spells, their damage and the non-elemental magic, it can chain with physical attacks just fine. So I'm still chaining Dark Veritas and Orlando with Dark Fina when she casts Ultima to ramp up Ultima's damage whenever his spirit is down. That's the sole purpose of why I have everybody together, is because I wanted to deal good damage every round to try to get through the fight as quickly as possible, especially if he starts by lowering his spirit, because that makes physical attackers pretty useless when that happens. Next, we've got Zargabath. Zargabath is cool. He does everything well. He is my tank, so he is provoking whenever he's bored, but otherwise, he buffs everybody's stats. He provides damage reduction. He deals both physical and magic damage, depending on what I use. I can use Word of Law for damage reduction and magic damage, and I can use Sacred Strike for physical damage. So he can add damage to any chain. So he is very busy during this fight, and he also is an MP battery for Tilla or anybody else who needs MP on the spot. And then last but not least, we've got Tillith. Tillith's here to heal. Her first round is really easy. She casts Eccentric, so that way she boosts everybody's limit break gauge up. And then she just heals and is an MP battery and she just does whatever. So, she's got a pretty easy job during this raid. And then for my friend, it doesn't matter who my friend is because they'll be able to either chain with all my chainers, or if it's magic damage, most of my friends have magic users on site that are running Meteor or Ultima, so they're going to chain with Dark Fina. So again, my team is built because I really didn't want to be bored during the rounds where he changed the spirit, and I wanted to deal good damage every single round. So that is my squad, and that's what I'm doing. I'd love to hear what your squads are doing. Let me know in the comment section below, and let me know if this helped you out during this raid. Um, Again, I always appreciate you coming by. If you like this, throw me a like. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do so and touch that bell. Make sure you touch the bell because that'll let you know when my videos pop up so that way you can catch them right away. And be sure to check out my Twitch page. I'm going to do a lot more streaming on there. Tonight is going to be my first giveaway. I'm really sorry I wasn't able to take care of it yesterday. Had an emergency pop up, but we're going to knock that out tonight. It's going to be at midnight Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to start streaming at 11 o'clock to give people a chance to hop in and be on the page. And then we will hit up the giveaway at midnight. I am very excited to give somebody a gift card. So good luck to you. I hope to see you there. And I'm going to let this video play out because it's got the rest of the fights on there. So if you want to see different friends and see what's going on, just keep watching the video. And I hope the raid treats you well. So at least until tonight, because we got the giveaway going tonight. Otherwise, till next time, this is Lee Van Dam. I really hope you guys take care and God bless. I appreciate you.